What's up, everyone? Notch here, coming to you with another video about cryptocurrency. Now, I'm going to try to be specific on this video and let everybody know what's going on with Bitcoin and some of the other altcoins. I've been getting a lot of questions the last few days just about what is crypto and what is Bitcoin and how do I get involved. And I started doing videos probably about a month ago now about Bitcoin and how to get involved, how to start investing, and that stirred a lot of buzz just from the coin going up so fast. And it seems like over the Thanksgiving holiday, a lot of people were at the dinner table talking about Bitcoin. And guess what? We come back from Thanksgiving and runs up to 11,000 and hits 12,000, then 13,000, 14,000. Now we're up to 16,059 right now. Actually, today it hit 20,000 and then came right back down. So this is causing a lot of stir in the markets and the other altcoins, but also in the regular stock market. You know, the CNBC, they were talking about it. Every segment today had something to do with Bitcoin. They were checking in on it every day, every segment. And I could just see them cringing as they, let's go to see what Bitcoin is talking about now and what the price looks like. And you could just see the faces. They had smiles on their faces, but you know that fake smile that you give when you're like, damn it, I wish I would have got involved in Bitcoin earlier. When everybody was telling me to, but I thought I knew everything. I'm supposed to be the expert. I knew it was going to be a bubble. Apparently, people on TV are not necessarily experts, because look what it's doing. So, just to give you a rundown, Bitcoin in the last month basically has gone from about 7,300 all the way up, at least on here, to 16,000. Let's make sure this is the top. Yeah, it looks like 16,717. Now, on some of the markets, it's gone up to 20,000 and come back down. And right now, you can see this green arrow is sitting at right around 15,900. Now it's bouncing back and forth because there's been a lot of volume that's come in over the last few days and almost the last month, as you can see. So I put these little green arrows on here to show you some of the big price dips that it's had and some of the run-ups after the dip. So if you hear me say buy the dip, you see anyone saying buy the dip, that's what they're talking about. And you see these little red candles like this one here, that's your opportunity to get some at a discount, because chances are the way it's been running up, you're going to have this dip and then you're going to have another run up. And that's just how an asset class like this, or Target, or Microsoft, all of them have what's called a retracement. So you'll have this big run up, and then you'll have people taking profit, and then you'll see that dip, and then you'll have another run up, and then people will take profit, and then you'll have another run up, people will take profit. So it has this ebb and flow to it that is predictable. Now, no one could have predicted, well, some people did predict this big shoot up in December, but the average investor is not going to be able to predict that. So you just have to watch the volume. And this website is tradingview.com. It's a free website. You can log on to it. and you can track these coins or these cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin is in here. I can pull up Ethereum. Ether, as a lot of people call it. You can see the price on that one. I just have it on the daily. But you can just see big run up, sell off. Up, sell off. So it's a pattern. If you study these patterns and you're able to predict when they're kind of reaching their bottom, not everybody can hit the very bottom. It's pretty hard to do, but even if you get in here and it drops a little bit and then it goes back up, that's your exit, and then you make money. And that's the whole point. Any of this exists right now is for people to make money, right? So I'm going to break down 3 things that I think you should know about cryptocurrency and how you can profit from it. Alright, first thing, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. It has been dubbed a cryptocurrency by the people that created it, along with all of these other coins. There are currently 1,334 cryptocurrencies. And you can go through each one of these and click on them and look at their websites, look at what their mission is, but top 100 is probably where you should stop, because you're going to get into some really shady stuff after that. Just like any market, there's shady stuff out there. Not all of the stocks on the stock market are reputable companies. Newsflash, huh? So you just have to be knowledgeable and pick the ones that are going to be viable for the long term, and just trash the other ones. You know, a lot of people trade all of these other altcoins. That's what they do. They trade these smaller ones, and not a lot of people trade Bitcoin. They're just buying Bitcoin, holding it. Now you see some of these dips happening, and it's really small compared to what the price has done. Look at Bitcoin. Really small compared to what the price has done over the last year. So these dips, really tiny compared to, let's just look at a yearly. 1 day, 1 month, add a year. Sign up. I don't want to sign up right now. So for the 1 month, you can just see little bitty dips, big run-ups. That's probably the biggest dip right there that you've seen. And that was in the 2,000 to 3,000 range. Everything has been straight up from there. So Bitcoin is not dropping a lot. These other altcoins, you may see some big drops in them, 20%, 15%, but that's because they're being traded every day. So traders are coming into this space, putting in a whole lot of money, getting the run up, and then selling off and making their profit and going on to the next coin or the next opportunity. 29% for Einstein. This was up at about $4 a couple days ago. So another one that they just dump money into, get the run up, and then sell off and make a profit. So you can't be surprised about that. Now, Bitcoin, what is it really? It's a digital currency, or is it a technology that's based on cryptography? Is it a store of value for investors? Is it money, like dollars? Because it's being compared to US dollars, right? Well, I would venture to say that it's all of the above. It can be a currency because as long as someone is willing to put a value on it, they can sell it to someone else for that value. It can be a technology because it's based off a cryptographic algorithm that is able to be solved, and that's how you mine Bitcoin, which is one of my topics, one of my points. So it can be that as well. It can be the basic technology that is the base of cryptography, and you can build on it. Now, there's other ones out there like Ether, which is the next largest, has a kind of a different technology, but it's still based off of cryptography, where they want to have apps that you can build on Ether, just like you would have your iPhone and have an app on your iPhone. And that's where you get into things like smart contracts. You get into things like anonymous transactions back and forth, peer-to-peer. So that's what it is. It's not just digital money, because if you think about it like that, Apple Pay is digital money. The US dollar is digital money. Some people don't carry cash anymore. They carry a credit card, and that's digital money. The next thing, these alternative coins that I was talking about. All of these alternatives to Bitcoin have some type of mission behind them. If they don't, then that's how you know it's trash, and you shouldn't really put your money in it. But if you just go to EOS and click on it on CoinMarketCap, which is pretty much the authority on the price of Bitcoin, because you have different exchanges that are going to have a different price. GDAX is going to have a different price than Coinbase has, which has a different price than Bitfinex and Bittrex, some of the other exchanges. So if you want to get an average of all of them, go to CoinMarketCap. So you can see here, EOS, $3.97. If I go to their website, let's just go to EOS's website for a second. Most of these coins have, or these tokens, technologies have a pitch, just like any other business. Scalable, flexible, usable. Support thousands of commercial scale apps, parallel execution, freeze and fix broken applications, web tools. So you can see here's probably someone, Ian Griggs, governed blockchain. So this is how you know a site is legit and a coin is legit, because they have a mission. You can see announcements, you can see their products, their roadmap. Roadmap is pretty key, just so you can see where they're going, because all of these are startups. They've started in the last year to 5 years, and so you have to be aware of that. So they're building as they're gaining money, or they're building as they create capital through these markets. So you can find out all about them. Next thing, how do I buy it? So how do you buy Bitcoin? Coinbase. This is my recommendation for anyone that wants to quickly buy Bitcoin. Now there's others out there. Gemini. Um, you have some of the other exchanges where you can purchase your Bitcoin. But most of the exchanges, you have to first buy it on either Coinbase, Gemini, one of the other big um, places to buy it, and then transfer it to one of those exchanges so that you can exchange it for other altcoins. Because Coinbase and Gemini, they only have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, because those are the most popular ones. Go back over here to CoinMarketCap, you'll see that those are the most popular ones, and because they're the biggest. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, which is a offshoot of Bitcoin, and we'll get into the forks in a later discussion. IOTA, which is just in the last few days become a bigger player, and market cap wise past Ripple and Dash, because IOTA just got backing from Microsoft. So if you know anything about technology, Microsoft has been in the forefront of technology for a long time. So if Microsoft is backing it, it's probably good enough for me to back and put some money into it, because Bill Gates is a bad man. He knows a little bit about making a business run well and making it a global business. So just my 2 cents on that one. And there's Litecoin at number 7. So all of these are pretty good because they have a decent market cap, you know, over $1 million. Some of these are over a billion market cap wise. But you can see Bitcoin is the big monster. There's roughly 240 billion in between Bitcoin and the next highest coin, which is Ethereum. So it's the big dog, and it probably will continue to be the big dog for as long as it exists. Alright, so that's how you buy it. You can also get a Bitcoin IRA. Now this is a new concept, and some people have already invested into it and made a lot of money over the last year to 2 years. But Bitcoin IRAs are out there. If you Google it, you'll find it, and you can set it up and roll over your IRA just like any other rollover application. Now, I would say be very cautious about putting the bulk of your retirement into Bitcoin, but hey, if you have a couple $1,000s to invest in a Bitcoin IRA just to see where it grows, why not? This is going up and up until who knows when, but the estimates are 40,000 by the end of next year. And a year ago, the estimate was 20,000 by the end of this year. And you can see where we are. So there's some pretty smart people that have been in the cryptocurrency space for a long time, and they know what they're talking about. And if there's somebody on CNBC telling you that it's a bubble, that's probably because they haven't taken the time to do their research. And they probably are still stuck in the 1980s when everything was golden with their Coca-Cola stock. And they don't understand that there is a lot more technologically savvy people behind this than any other stock that's ever been out there. So it's gonna surpass a lot of their predictions and naysaying just on the momentum that people have put into this. Because a lot of people started these coins just off of their blood, sweat, and tears and free labor, because they believe in something bigger than a government controlling a currency. So that's what cryptocurrency does. It decentralizes currency from any government, from any organization. And that's why people like the US government and China and other countries don't like it very much, because they can't control it. So, another conversation for another time though. So with those three things, you can buy and hold with Bitcoin, with CoinMarketCap, with Gemini, with a Bitcoin IRA. Your goal is to buy and hold. That's it. Buy it and hodl it, as the tech geeks say in Bitcoin, and which is kind of weird to me, because it's just hold with the D and the L swapped. Whatever. Hodl it. Hodl the hell out of it. Because guess what? 10 years ago, roughly, Bitcoin was at a couple pennies, 25 cents. You know, then it went up to $1. Just like some of these other coins down here. So, who's to say in another 10 years that this number here won't be 100,000, or I mean 100,000 or 200,000, because there's only going to be a finite amount ever created, and then that's going to be it until they make a new coin or something like that. But Bitcoin, there will only be 21 million of them. It's really 25 million, but they estimate 4 million of them got taken by the original creator, and so those are gone forever. So buy and hold. That's the strategy on those. But there is other strategies. Like I told you, Bitcoin can be traded on these other exchanges. GDAX is one of the exchanges that Coinbase has, where you can trade Bitcoin. You can also trade Litecoin and Ethereum. And you can see right now we're sitting at 16,309 on GDAX. Now if I switch back to CoinMarketCap, we're sitting at 17,257. And that's because different exchanges have different prices. We're sitting at 16,322 on TradingView, which this is a API, this is a link basically into Coinbase, so that price is pretty spot on with what GDAX has. Now you may get a different price on Gemini, but it's going to be relative to, it's going to be compared to the dollar, and that's how foreign Forex is traded as well. It's either yen to dollar or euro to dollar. Now it's BTC to dollar, or ETH to dollar, or LIT to, or LTC to dollar. So that's how you trade it, and you can set one of these accounts up for free. Have your Coinbase account, and then just send your Bitcoin over. I'll do a video on how to do that later on, because it is a little bit technical, but it's pretty easy. First time you do it, you'll know how to do it. And then, like I said, once you start trading it, you can buy these dips, wait for it to go up, sell, wait for another dip, buy, wait for it to go up, sell. And you're not going to be able to predict how far it's going to go up, but hey, if you buy here at 9,360 and you have a good trading plan set out, you could sell half of your investment here at 11. You've made 1,000%. I mean, $1,000 on your money, however much you put in. And then, maybe you miss some of this move. Maybe you get back in as you see it still going up. And then it goes up again and you sell again. You're still making money. And what you don't want to do is lose money on this, because these charts are pretty predictable. Even though it's a new currency, even though it hadn't been around very long, it's still being traded by people. And these people have been trading stocks forever. So they're going to follow the same rules. Same rules apply. Alright? And you want to watch for these volume spikes. If you see these volume spikes here, that's when you know, okay, I'm getting a big buy order in. A lot of people are buying, a lot of institutional investors are buying. Or you get that big red candle, which means, okay, there was a lot of selling, but because this one is so thin, they bought it back up. So it really didn't sell off as much as it could have. Okay? Alright. Another way you can invest in Bitcoin, ICOs, initial coin offerings. So you have these initial coin offerings because they can't call them IPOs. I mean, it's really not on the public stock market. All of these obscure exchanges that haven't been mainstreamed yet. So they call it an initial coin offering. And you can go and read about it. But basically it's a new cryptocurrency or a new token, some type of technology that comes out. Some of them have loose affiliations with a company structure behind them. Some of them have really tight company structures, and they have their business plans laid out on the website, their roadmaps, their what they're trying to do in the space. If they're trying to make an anonymous encryption to where anybody can transfer money back and forth. So there's different reasons why these coins are in existence, and you can profit from those initial coin offerings just like you can from an IPO when you purchase them, because some of these coin offerings have made people millionaires overnight, just like the stock market. And they'll be advertised out there. And if you get in on the ground floor with one, and this thing shoots up to, however many, even $5, or $6, you're gonna make some money from zero to that, So you buy up some shares of it, or have some in your wallet on one of these exchanges. You can make a good profit that way. You can also mine Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin mining goes into the technical side, and there's really technical things you have to know about mining Bitcoin and having a setup to mine it, because you just can't really need to know is that, and if you have to get that 2 terahash, you're probably gonna have to buy what's called an ASIC miner, and it's an ant miner is what they call it, and it's just a piece of equipment that's specifically for mining Bitcoin, and you set it up with your computer. It's very loud and very hot, so it has a lot of fans in it, and it pulls a lot of power. So if you want to get into that game, you can. not saying it's going to be that profitable for you, because it is becoming increasingly harder to mine Bitcoin just because of the number of people that are coming into it. The algorithm increases in, difficulty. Even though some of the pools have shown that the algorithm has gone down in difficulty a little bit, it's still going to keep going up in difficulty because that's how it was set up. So, and that way it limits the amount of Bitcoin that can be mined, and then slowly getting that to that 21 million Bitcoin limit. So that is really basic on what mining Bitcoin is about. Just know that you can do some other things like having a mining capability that is cloud-based. So HashFlare is a cloud-based mining capability, and while it is an option, you really have to have a good amount of money in order to have profit out of this. So you can see there, SHA-256 cloud mining. That's the algorithm mining. $1.50 per 10 gigahash per second, and this is $7.50 for 1 metahash. So if you want to mine either Ethereum, Zcash, or Dash, it's going to cost you that. And these are contracts that they have, and you can put a lot of money into these. I've seen some guys on YouTube that put $14,000, $15,000 into these, and they get a pretty good profit a day, maybe $100, $200 a day. Now, if you got that kind of money to spend, have at it, but I don't have that kind of money to spend. So I'm just going to buy my Bitcoin, hold it, and not get into all of the mining and technical side of it, because it's just too much for me right now. So as you can see, we're getting a little bit of a dip with Bitcoin, and that's where you want to be buying. As I told you before, now it's down to 15, back up to 16.79 on this one. So you want to be buying those dips. Let's go to a 5-minute chart. Hopefully this is making sense to everybody. I know this is a longer video, but I wanted to be thorough. And check out that dip. Yeah. So that's a pretty significant dip, and that's what you want to see and what you want to buy. You see all this volume coming in? So people are selling. That's what that is. That's how you know you're getting some good sell volume coming in. See how it's pushing up? Volume is spiking. That number just keeps coming down. So that's sell volume. So when this bounces, you get a little bit of a green going back up the other way, that's when you want to buy. And it's easy to buy on Coinbase. You can buy it on here, on the GDAX platform. You just have to have some US dollars in here, and then you can buy your Bitcoin. And that's how you do it. You buy that, and then you wait for that run up again. So make, let's just say you buy $200 worth, and you make $5, $10 on the way up. Hey, you're making money. And then the next dip, you buy that one as well. Alright. So the last thing I have, lending platforms. Now, I started out lending with BitConnect, and I'll put all of this in the description. But BitConnect is a lending platform for cryptocurrency. So it has its own cryptocurrency that is created called a BCC, not to be confused with Bitcoin Cash. This is a BitConnect coin, and you can see the price of it there. You can see against Bitcoin, Bitcoin, it's that price. But this is a lending platform where you can get residual income for lending your money to this platform to be able to trade, like I showed you on those other sites, trade Bitcoin. So they go out and trade Bitcoin. They say they have an application that goes out and trades Bitcoin. There's controversy behind whether they actually have an application, a bot they call it, that goes out and trades it. But that's neither here nor there. There's plenty of folks that have made money on BitConnect and some of the other lending applications, but you have to do your due diligence, and like I said from the beginning, don't ever invest what you're not willing to lose. This is a totally new frontier. Cryptocurrency is like the Wild West right now. So if you're going into it expecting a guarantee, you're in the wrong place. So if you don't have the money to invest, don't do it. Don't invest. But if you do have some disposable income, that literally disposable means I can put it in the trash and it won't change my world, go out and make a bet on one of these lending platforms. And like I said, I'll put the links in the description so you can click on the link and go sign up for free and start seeing what this platform is like. But I've been investing in it for about 15 days now, and I've made about $200 just off of the interest in 15 days. Now the interest fluctuates. Let's look at the interest for the coming week, or for the next few days, because there's this volatility. Volatility index. Lock up on me. Okay, so there's this volatility thing. So if you lend 100, it says 100, but you have to put in $110, I guess, to get this volatility. And it's just the volatility software interest for the day. And after 299 days, you get your capital back, and then whatever interest has been paid out every day for that 299 days. And you can do $1,010, and then it'll get you an extra 0.10 daily, and then the number of days goes down to 39 days, so you get it back faster. Now, if you really got some money to spend, up to 10 grand, or actually up to 100 grand, you'll get that back in 120 days. And you're really going to be making some interest off of that sheet I was telling you about. And you can see there, if you put $100 in, $110. Average interest over the last 30 days has been 9.2, I believe, percent. Okay. And they have a referral program, but I'm showing it to you without any referral program because some people get wrapped around the axle about, oh, that's where the Ponzi scheme comes in with the referral program. So do the referral program, do not do it. You'll make a lot more money if you do the referral program, but you'll still make money with this too. So $110, 92-cent interest. You can see on day one you'll make $1.01 interest, and then that compounds, so you'll have 202 compounds, 304, 405, all the way until you get to $10. That's when you want to do a reinvestment. So after 10 days you'll have $10 of interest just off of that 100 that you put in. Not bad, 10% return. So you reinvest that, and then you start over with that $1.22 that's left over and continue to go down. So after 20 days, you reinvest that, $10. Keeps going down. Remember, you invested $110, so you're only going to get it back after 299 days. So you see how these $10 reinvestments are coming quicker and quicker now that you get into 200 days. And now you're starting to see some $20 reinvestments. So at 299 days, right here, your initial $100 has turned into $1,610 invested, and your daily interest is about $14.80 a day. You got those $20 payments coming in. You're going to get that initial investment back. You're going to get that additional $100 back. And you're still going to have basically $1,500 invested. And you can just let that continue to reinvest. You start getting some $30 ones in there, $40 ones, and they start coming quicker. 60, 70, 80. Let's just shoot it out to, see, 18 months there. Let's shoot it out to 2 years. 21 months. After 2 years, you're looking at something around $400, $500 a day being reinvested. And you're looking at that residual income after 2 years. And that's if this never changes from 92 cents. This fluctuates. This will go up to $1 sometimes. It'll go, I've never seen it go lower than 80 cents. So, but it's gone up all the way to, I think the next one. Just check this out. So back on the 4th, it was 23 cents. Then it went up to 81 cents. Then 97. Back down to 19. Tomorrow, $1.39. The day after that, $1.48. So you just see your $110 investment, 6-month average, or 7-day average, about 0.94. You do 299 days, calculate profit, $300, $309. That's 81% ROI, and profit with principal, $410. So you can take your money out, walk away, keep investing. So you reinvest that $410 basically. about $309 for that next 200 and some days, 290 some days. There you go. Grows again. That compound interest is still just working away. So that's something that you can look at. Not saying that anyone should invest in that. I'm not a financial advisor, so you don't have to listen to me. I'm just making YouTube videos here and showing you what's possible. So that's about it. The last thing I wanted to talk about was Bitcoin being stolen. So a lot of people are worried about Bitcoin being uninformed, but yeah, NiceHash CEO confirms Bitcoin theft. Cryptocurrency mining marketplace NiceHash. So that's why I say, if you're gonna invest, buy it from Coinbase, buy it from GDAC, or yeah, you can buy it on GDAC. Buy it from Gemini, because guess what they are? U.S. companies. And guess what they are? FDIC insured. So just like a bank, just like the stock market, you are insured for up to $250K. Let's say it's down here in their company information somewhere, but they are FDIC insured. And so is Gemini. NiceHash, I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're in their dealings with their website, and that's why the Bitcoin got stolen. The Bitcoin is still intact, and the Bitcoin algorithm can't be broken. So the only way for them to get your Bitcoin is have it on some site that gets hacked. Now, that's a good reason to have cold storage Bitcoin wallets. And just let me show you a cold storage Bitcoin wallet. Ledger Nano S. This $75 is your best investment if you're gonna buy and hold Bitcoin, because you can download your Bitcoin onto this wallet and store it offline. Easy. That way nobody can steal it from you. You can also write it down on a paper ledger, but that might be a little bit risky if you don't carry that on you at all times, or if you lose it. But these are pretty secure, and I've heard of people, even Coinbase has the majority of their assets in offsite storage, which is cold storage, not connected to the internet. So that is basically my spiel. I know I kept you on here for a little while, but I wanted to be thorough, and I wanted to let all the folks that have been asking me questions about Bitcoin, what is it? How do I invest in it? Is it gonna crash? No, it's not. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. You can mark my words on that one. Some of these other altcoins, now they may go somewhere and they may change or go away, but everybody and their mother is out there buying Bitcoin, talking about Bitcoin, investing in Bitcoin markets. When you see Microsoft invest in something like Bitcoin, it's going to be around for a while. They're a big company, they do their due diligence, and if you read the news at all of these stock market investors, CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange in Chicago, just this week said that they will have futures trading for Bitcoin this weekend. and CPOE is going to have it next week. I think I got that right. That might be reversed, but either way, both of these big exchanges in Chicago are going to start having Bitcoin futures, which means Bitcoin options and being able to short Bitcoin. So it's coming. It already is here. So stop listening to the gloom and doom folks out there with all of the FUD, all of the fear that's out there that they're spouting. Most of it is because it's not working out how they predicted. And they're, for lack of a better word, mad that their prediction is wrong. So this currency, this technology is going to change the world. It's changing the way people do business. And that may be the other reason why they're upset, because it's breaking down some of those centralized control apparatuses. So it's decentralized currency. No one owns it to be able to make new currency. It's too hard to make new currency. So you can't just go out and print more money and devalue it. And that's why you're seeing it go up the way it has. So we can get into a whole philosophical conversation about government control of currencies. But I won't do that to you because I've had you on here too long already. Like and subscribe. Look at the description. I'll put all the links down there I told you about. Know what you're investing in just a little bit before you start investing in it, because you're never going to know everything there is to know about every investment. Think about it. What have you invested in? If you've invested in the stock market, do you know everything there is to know about Coca-Cola? Do you know everything there is to know about Microsoft? No, you don't. But you have enough information to say this is a great company, it's run well. I am going to speculate on the price of it going up over the long term. That's enough to buy Bitcoin, even if you buy $50 worth and just hold it for eternity. Alright, I'm off my soapbox. Like and subscribe. Check out the description. Hit that little bell so you can get updated videos when I make new videos. Keep asking questions. Put a comment in the comment box. I'll read all of those. And have a good night. Peace.